Hey guys, it's Ty here. I wanted to do a little video on improvising and how to do it and apply it in your guitar playing. It's probably one of the most fun things you can do on guitar. It also boosts your creativity. And once you get it down, you can also once you learn different music theory concepts, you can take this in your playing and you can combine it and play along to songs. You can come up with your own lead riffs and like a pop tune or something like that. You can also, you know how to write your own songs or own chord progressions. You can take this and you can apply it to that. So you could do a recording of yourself and then you could improvise over it. So improvisation has a lot of key aspects to it. So I wanted to take some time to talk about it. If you already know what improvising is, I'm going to do a couple licks, show you guys some of my favorite licks and things that you can apply to your improvising. Okay guys, so in this video here, I'm going to show you the most fundamental part of improvising, and that is you need to know a scale. I mean, you can play a lick, but it's important to know a scale so you can navigate around it. You can create your own licks. So the first scale, if you don't know it, it's the minor pentatonic scale. And what you need to do is take your first finger, put it on the 5th fret, right there, and then I'm going to play that note. That's the first note of the scale. The second note of the scale, I'm going to take pinky, and I'm going to go all the way over to the 8th fret, and I'm going to play that note there. Then I'm going to move my first finger down, and my first finger is going to keep going down on this 5th fret. The only difference is going to change is my pinky. So the pattern is pointer, pinky. I'm going to go down my pointer again, and then I'm going to use my 3rd finger and play 7, 5, 7 on the next string, 5, and 7 on the next string, 5, back to 8 with my pinky, 5, and then 8. And you can see the dots. The 5 is always a dot, and the 7 is always a dot. So on the B string and the high E string, you're always stretching to 8, and then also on the low E. So once you know that, you can practice that up and down. And I'd like you to just pause the video. Even if you played it a million times before, you can always build up speed. So you might just do that. Well, it's a little bit windy. So you can do that over and over again. And to tell you the truth, if it's the first time you've ever played the pentatonic scale, you could do that for hours. That's what I did when I first learned this. I was working on my alternate picking, and I just did that for hours, and you slowly build up speed. It's really, really awesome. So that is pattern 1. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you another pattern that you can use. So this is more of an advanced pattern. So try to follow along here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my 3rd finger this time on the 5th fret. So I'm going to play this note, right? And then I'm going to take my first finger. I'm going to put that on the 3rd fret. Play that on the A string. Then I'm going to take my 3rd finger on 5 again. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide up. So I'm going to go 5, 3, 5, slide up to 7. Then I'm going to play 5 with my first finger like we just did before. 7 with my 3rd finger. 1 with my 5 with my first finger. 7 with my 3rd finger. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide up again. I'm going to play 7. Slide up to 9, then I'm going to kind of shift my fingers. I'm going to play first finger on 8, 3rd finger plays 10, first finger plays 8, 3rd finger plays 10. And then what you can do is you can reverse that. So you'll go 3, 1, 3, 1, and I'm referring to my fingers. This is my 3rd finger, first finger, slide to 5, 3rd finger plays 7, first finger plays 5, 7, slide to 5, first finger plays 3, and then 3rd finger plays 5 to end it. So fast it goes like this. When I did that shift, I used my 2nd finger on there for that shift. Okay, so talked about that. That's the 2nd scale you can use. If you really know your scales already, you'll know that there's 5 different minor pentatonic patterns. So when you're improvising, you can just switch between those patterns. So you've got pattern 1, the A minor pentatonic. So I'm in the key of A minor, which what you can do is when you're improvising, you can switch between different patterns. Mess that one up a bit. Mess that one. Man, today's not my day. So first pattern, second pattern, third pattern, there's 5 patterns. You can find them online, just look up A minor pentatonic 5 patterns. Okay, so once you know the scales, by the way, you should do right now is you should pause the video and start and play those scales, because you're gonna need to practice them to know what I'm gonna talk about next, because I'm gonna show you some licks you can apply to your improvising. And you can go online and just search backing tracks. So you would search, because this is the A minor pentatonic, you go online and you would search A minor pentatonic backing tracks. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna play the backing track, and then you're gonna play notes that we just talked about on the scale. You're gonna play the notes over the backing track. And then what you're gonna do, the number one thing when you're improvising is you wanna listen to the note that's being played. You don't just wanna just play random notes. So, I mean, you wanna play random notes, but you wanna listen to the pitch of the note over the chords that are being played in the backing track. So, you know, say there's a backing track, it went A minor, C. I'm gonna play a note, hear how it sounds, because there'll be a chord in the background, and I'll play the note, and then I'll hear the chord, and I'll say, okay, that sounds like that. You don't need to just go play the scale over the backing track. What you're doing is you're slowly playing notes and listening. So once you do that a couple times, you wanna start playing some licks. You wanna play some cool, like little licks. So one lick that I really like is I like to take my third finger, put it on 5, and I like to slide it up to 7. So I go, and then I play 1 on the 5th fret, and then 3 on the 7th fret. I love that lick. So I go, so it's 5, slide to 7, 5, 7. So I'm hearing the song, I just go, and I put a little vibrato on there. That's when I pull the string down. Right? When I do a vibrato, I pull it down and then I let it come back up. So vibrato is it's kind of a phrase that you put in your playing, and you hear the best players, they use a lot of vibratos in their playing. So, so like I said, you got the A minor pentatonic. You want to practice that up and down several times, and then once you get that down, you want to play some licks. So that was one lick. Another lick I like, this is called the one of my students coined this, or they did some research, they called it the BB box, which is named after BB King, because that's what he used to play in a lot. So it starts, your second finger is on 9, first finger plays 8, third finger plays 10, first finger plays 8, third finger plays 10. And what I'll do too is I'll slide from 8 to 10, and then I'll play first finger on the high E string, and I play first, so I go slide to 10, play 8, 10, play back to 8, back to 10, back to 8, and then I'll kind of land on that 9th fret on the G string. So I'll go, and you could just do 3 notes. So you could go, or 2 notes. So I just slide up, and then I put a little bit of vibrato. So slide up to 10 from 8, and I could go slide back, and I could play 5. You know, you can really do anything. I just wanted to give you guys a couple of examples. And so like that first example I gave you, you can play that over the backing track, but remember, it's just an example. I want you to try to think of your own. So you could do slide, you could slide up, and slide back down. Slide back up, play 5 here, you go to 8, so I could go like that, I could go, so I just slid up 5, 7, 7, 5, 7. Remember, when you're working on your phrasing or you're improvising, some of the licks you see are examples. You can come up with your own licks. What I like to do a lot is I'll listen to songs and I'll learn those solos or those licks in the song, and then once I play those enough times, they're kind of like locked into my brain, so I can apply them into my improvising or my phrasing. So with all that being said, I want you guys to really have fun with this, experiment with it. I mean, you can't play any wrong notes. There's a saying, there are no wrong notes in jazz, so don't feel like if you can do anything wrong and mess it up. This is about training your ear and having fun. Remember that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna end this video, and just remember, have fun with it. You can do whatever you want with these improvising. Don't be afraid to hit a wrong note, and have fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.